Hello, my name is Howard Mednick, and I'm going to be your classical music DJ for this program on classical music that you're going to enjoy very much. You will feel as if you're attending a real concert with lots of interesting information on the music you will hear. You'll find this program informative, entertaining, and fun. I hope you enjoy it. You know, the world of opera has everything going for it. Great music, drama, tragedy, comedy, dance, spectacular stage scenery. Some of the storylines of many operas are a bit weird. We all know that. A lost love, revenge, wars, abductions, and often the heroine dies of tuberculosis at the end. But in almost every opera, both the tragedies and the comedies, there is a great drinking scene where the characters enjoy their favorite beverage with friends at a party or at a tavern. These drinking scenes are some of the most memorable you will see in any opera. So let's have some fun and enjoy these more festive moments from the opera repertoire. Before we delve into our operatic drinking songs, we must be aware of some important words of wisdom. The first is from the great composer Ludwig van Beethoven. Music is a higher revelation than all wisdom and philosophy. Coming from Beethoven, that should get us in the right frame of mind when we listen to good music. The second is from the great American author, folklorist, and storyteller, Mark Twain. Too much of anything is bad, but too much good whiskey is never enough. Now ain't that the truth? The Bartered Bride is a Czech opera composed by Bedřich Smetana. Smetana incorporated many Czech folk melodies in much of the music he composed, and he really captured the essence of Czech life. The story is a comedy about an arranged marriage where the father wants his daughter to marry one fellow, but the daughter wants to marry someone else. All sorts of crazy problems abound from this. The scene we will see takes place in a tavern where everyone is having a joyous time. As many of you know, Czech beer is the best beer in the world, and in this scene, the beer is flying. This performance is by the National Theatre of Prague with the Czech Philharmonic Orchestra. It really is true, as it says in the line from the opera, To pivečko, to vero je nebeský dar. It's beer. It certainly is a gift from heaven.
wsi, gdzie jeszcze prawim nas ojczyzn, że lasta nad wino i nad piwo jest, a jedyna na świecie radość, jeż blachem napełniuje mladość. Tyś jediną pomóż i zamiłowany, a ty to bezkalita będę miał. Ostanęli se tak, nie bude nic to szkody. Dobra rada o Benize, są dwie paki żywota. Kto ich rozumnie używa, ten se świetem nie muta. Kto ich rozumnie używa, ten se świetem nie muta. Se świetem nie muta, se świetem nie muta, se świetem nie muta. Nie muta.
La Traviata is an opera composed by Giuseppe Verdi, the great Italian opera composer. The story is about Alfredo, who falls in love with Violetta, the courtesan, but Alfredo's father, Germont, disapproves of this relationship. And at the end, Violetta dies of tuberculosis. But at the beginning of the opera, there's a big party where Alfredo and Violetta first meet and fall in love. We have the Brindisi drinking song, where they sing, Libiamo, libiamo, nel lieti calice la bellezza infiora. Let's drink from the goblets of joy, adorned with beauty, and the fleeting hour shall be adorned with pleasure. They celebrate the joys of youth, love, and wine. Let's listen to it performed by the Glyndebourne Opera. Enjoy.
Poiché quello che al cuore ogni potenteva, viviamo, amore, amor, noi
Everyone knows and loves the opera Carmen. If you are unfamiliar with opera, Carmen is probably the best opera to see to become acquainted with what opera is all about. It was written by the French composer Georges Bizet. It was one of the first operas to have a story about real-life common people that you can identify with and understand all their joys and problems. The story is about Carmen, who works in a cigarette factory, her love affair with Don José, the guardsman at the jail where Carmen goes after a fight with one of her co-workers, and Escamillo, the dashing toreador, who steals the love of Carmen from Don José. The scene we will see is at the tavern of Lilas Pastia on the outskirts of Seville. Escamillo, the toreador, enters with great fanfare, and he sings the toreador song, dramatizing his exploits, fighting the bulls, and winning the admiration of the pretty girls. Everyone is taking part and enjoying this, having a good time drinking wine. Escamillo also gains the attention of Carmen herself. This selection is done by the Glyndebourne Opera. Allons, en garde, allons, allons, toreador, love awaits you.
Elle a passé un mois en prison.
Mais il en est sorti.
Depuis hier seulement.
Tout est bien. Puisqu'il en est sorti, tout est bien.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Et qui promène-t-on?
Je le reconnais. C'est Escamillo entre elles qui se fait marquer en dernière course de devant et qui promettait qu'elle est la loi de Montessi de Pépillon.
C'est cela, je vais l'inviter. Monsieur le Torero, voulez-vous nous faire l'amitié de Montessi? Vous y trouverez des gens qui aiment fort tous ceux qui, comme vous, ont de l'adresse et du courage. Il vient!
Monsieur les officiers, vous avez déjà dit que personne ne rentre, c'est fermé, hein. C'est monsieur le corridor, il va venir, il va nous fermer.
que se passe-t-il? Le Christ est l'enfant, plus le Christ est l'enfant, le taureau s'élance en bondissant en victorille. Il s'élance, il monte, il frappe, un cheval roule, entraînant un picador. Un bravo taureau, hurle la foule, le taureau va, il vient, et vous davantage. On secoue ses banderilles, plein de fureur, il court, le cirque est plein de sang. On se sauve, on franchit les grilles, c'est mon tour maintenant. Allons, garde, allons, songe bien, oui, songe en combattant, un œil noir te regarde, et que l'amour t'attend, toréador, l'amour t'attend.
Mon lieutenant, je vous en prie.
C'est bien, nous partons.
Dis-moi ton nom. Et la première fois que je frapperai le taureau, ce sera ton nom que je prononcerai.
Carmen, la Carmencita.
Full disclosure, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart is my favorite composer. I love all his music. In my opinion, he is the best. The first German opera he composed was The Abduction from the Seraglio. A seraglio is a harem. In the story, Constanzi is abducted by Turkish pirates into Pasha Selim's harem. Her boyfriend Belmonte tries to rescue her. In this scene, Belmonte's sidekick, Pedrillo, tries to get Osman, the keeper of the harem, drunk in order that he can help get Constanzi out. Pedrillo and Osman have a drink and sing a song, Vivat Bacchus, where they honor Bacchus, the ancient god of wine. Watch what happens to Osman as he enjoys his drink. Vivat Bacchus, long live Bacchus. Bacchus was a fine fellow.
Dir geht's ja lustig zu. Dir scheint's verteufelt gut zu gehen.
Ja, Fröhlichkeit und Wein versüßt die härteste Sklaverei. Komm, Osmin, komm. Du müsstest ein Gläschen mit mir trinken.
Wein mit dir? Ja, Gift und Dolch.
Und Dolch und Gift.
Shut your face!
Lass doch den alten Groll einmal fahren und sei vernünftig. Sieh einmal, Zypernwein. Ah, der soll mir vortrefflich schmecken.
Wenn ich ihm nur trauen könnte.
Das ist ein Wein. Das ist ein Wein. Liebe, was muss man ein Vatermann? Lieber was Liebe, was muss man ein Vatermann?
Ob ich's wage, ob ich's trinke, ob's wohl anders sehen kann.
Was ist das Zauden, das Zauden? Hinunter, nicht lange gefragt, nicht lange gefragt.
Nun wär's geschrieben, nun wär's hinunter. Das heiß ich gefragt. Es leben die Mädchen, die Blonden, die Braunen, die Blonden, die Braunen. Sie leben, sie leben, sie leben, oh. Sie leben, sie leben, sie leben, oh.
Das wird herrlich.
Das wird herrlich. Ah, das heiß ich getrank. Viva Bacchus, Bacchus, viva Bacchus, viva meine Hand. Viva Bacchus, Bacchus, viva Bacchus, viva meine Hand. Viva Bacchus, Bacchus, viva. Es leben die Mädchen, die Blonden, die Braunen, sie leben uns. Viva meine Hand. Viva Bacchus, Bacchus, viva. Es leben die Mädchen, die Blonden, die Braunen, sie leben uns. Viva meine Hand. Viva meine Hand.
Staying with Mozart, we have the great opera Don Giovanni. It is the story of Don Juan, that legendary lover and seducer of women. This opera has both comic and tragic elements to it. The tragic parts of the opera start at the beginning when Don Giovanni kills the commendatore in a sword fight. But at the end of the opera, the ghost of the commendatore returns to drag Don Giovanni down into hell. During the course of the opera, there is great comedy with Don Giovanni flirting with a number of women. Don Giovanni sings a great song, Fin Caldavino, also known as the Champagne Aria, about preparing a big party where he will get the women drunk so he can take advantage of them. This version of the Champagne Aria is from a movie, Don Giovanni Unmasked. The singer is the great Russian baritone, the late Dmitri Hvorostovsky, who, as Don Giovanni, sings the Champagne Aria and also plays the role of Don Giovanni's sidekick, Leporello, showing the movie of Don Giovanni to a small audience. According to the aria, Don Giovanni wants to make the women hot-headed, so his list of exploits have at least 10 new entries.
Bravo, bravo, arcibravo, l'affar non può andar meglio. Incominciasti, io saprò terminar, troppo mi premono queste conda di notte, le voglio divertir finché vien notte. Figlia la vino, calda la tesa, una che festa fa preparare, se trovi piazza qualche ragazza, teca che quella cerca minar, teca che quella cerca minar, senza colordine la fantasia, il minuetto, il follia, il animana, fa preparar, il minuetto fa preparar, chi la follia fa preparar, chi l'animanna fa preparar, e nel frattanto donna toccando, con questa e quella può moreggiar, allora risa d'una mattina d'una decina deve mentar, allora risa d'una decina deve mentar, se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza teca di quella cerca di allora risa d'una mattina d'una decina deve mentar, senza il colore della fantasia, il minuetto, il valia, il rimana, la risa d'una mattina d'una decina deve evitare, d'una decina deve evitare, d'una decina deve evitare,
Die Fledermaus, or The Bat, is an opera composed by Johann Strauss II, the great Viennese waltz king. Die Fledermaus is actually classified as an operetta, which is more like a Broadway musical than a traditional opera. In the storyline, the Baron goes to a masquerade ball where he ends up flirting with his own wife, who he does not recognize because she is also disguised in costume. But eventually the Baron goes to jail. Again, another silly storyline, but still a great deal of fun and some great music. All I Want Is More Champagne is a great feature where everyone is singing and dancing about the joys of champagne. This is from a New York Met production where everyone is enjoying the festivities. Tra-la-la-la-la-la.
Nation after nation, la 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 la. Love is fermentation, la 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 la. The ultimate quintessence of joy and effervescence, a bottle full of bubbles, and suddenly your troubles will all take flight. For which we should be grateful, so drink it by the grateful till late into the night. That's right, that's right, that's right. 'Cause all I want is more champagne, more champagne, more champagne. Then I start on your champagne, that's what we all adore. Yes, all we want is more champagne, more champagne, more champagne. Then I start on yours, give me more, more. Lady, lady, lady.
For any assignation, it heightens our senses and lowers one's defenses. The adjective for shyness is her celestial highness. So let it blow as powerful as liquor, but closer and bigger. That's all you need to know.
And so, and so, and so.
So all I need is more champagne, more champagne, more champagne. Show me a man with more champagne, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yes, all we want is more champagne, more champagne, more champagne. Then I start on yours, give me more.
I don't want to get into a debate about the differences between opera and Broadway musicals. To me, they are both forms of great musical entertainment, and you can't really say that one is better than the other. You should enjoy them both for what they have to offer, great orchestral and vocal music. The musical Fiddler on the Roof has, in my opinion, the greatest drinking song of all, To Life, L'Chaim. The setting here is that the hero of our story, Tevye, agrees to have his daughter Tzeitel marry Laser Wolf the Butcher. The two settle on this arrangement, have a drink, then go off to the tavern to continue the celebration with some great singing and dancing as well as drinking. This version is from the 1971 movie with Topol as Tevye and Paul Mann as Laser Wolf. To Life, L'Chaim.
Your daughter Tzeitel.
My daughter, Tzeitel?
Of course, your daughter Tzeitel. I see her every Thursday in my butcher shop. And she's made a very good impression on me. A very good impression. Octavia, I like her. Why don't we just shake hands and call it a match? And I'll be good to her. Octavia. I like her. do you think?
What do I think?
Huh?
I never really liked him. Why should I? You can have a fine conversation with him if you talk about kidneys and livers. On the other hand, not everyone has to be a scholar. And with a butcher, my daughter will surely never know hunger. Maybe I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her. And he'll try to make her happy. What do I think?
It's a match.
You agree?
I agree.
You've made me a happy man.
Yeah.
Let's drink on it.
Why not? To you.
No, my friend. To you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement. To our prosperity. To our good health and happiness. And most important of all, well, to life, l'chaim.
L'chaim, l'chaim.
To life. Here's to the father I've tried to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink l'chaim.
To life, to life.
L'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim, to life. Life has a way of confusing us.
Blessing and bruising us. Drink l'chaim to life.
God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? To life, l'chaim.
To title my daughter,
My wife. It gives you something to think about.
something to drink about.
Drink l'chaim to life.
Yes? Drinks for everyone! What's the big occasion? I'm taking myself a bride! Who's the one? 10 years eldest! Cycle!
Lays a wolf
To Tavern!
to title your daughter.
My wife.
May all your futures be pleasant ones, not like our present ones. Drink l'chaim to life, l'chaim.
L'chaim!
L'chaim, l'chaim to life. It takes a wedding to make us say, let's live another day. Drink l'chaim to life. We'll raise a glass and sip a drop of schnapps in honor of the great good luck that favored you. We know that when good fortune favors two, such men it stands to reason we deserve it too. To us and our good fortune, be happy, be healthy, long life. And if our good fortune never comes, here's to whatever comes. Drink l'chaim to life.
Heaven bless you both, Nostrovia. To your
Well, I hope you enjoyed our venture into operatic drinking songs. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I had a lot of fun in doing this, and I hope that you did too. For more information on this and other programs, check out my website, classicalmusicdj.com. The only thing I have left to say is cheers, santé, prost, salut, na zdrowie, skol, l'chaim. And remember, if you drink, don't drive. Bye for now.